The Palindrome is one of the best PvP hand cannons in D2, bar none. Unfortunately, if you're watching this video today on Tuesday, May 17th, year of our Lord 2022, you now officially have 1 week to get a God Roll Pally, and if you don't, you won't have another chance for a long time. Hi, my name is Fallout. Sub to my channel or I'll be under your bed tonight. According to Bungie, Palindrome is being removed from the Nightfall loot pool for an undetermined period of time, but probably 2 seasons at minimum, starting in Season 17, which, reminder, is 1 week from right now. Today, we're going to go over how to efficiently farm for that elusive God Roll Adept Palindrome one final time before it gets taken away. I got no sponsor for today's video, so go check out my Patreon or some shit. I don't know. Moving on. Palindrome drops via the Nightfall, and the final GM of the season is SCARLET Keep. I went ahead and threw up a poll on both Twitter and YouTube, and the votes are in. Most of y'all want to know how to get through SCARLET Keep fast with strong loadouts rather than regular free-to-play crap, so that is what I'm gonna show you. And by I also mean my friends, Aotera and Mudkip, who ran the strike with me. Links to their channels down in the video description. Go check them both out. Here's the plan. First, I'm gonna show you what loadouts we rocked and why we rocked them. Second, we're gonna go through a quick walkthrough of each encounter, including important tips for you to move quickly. If you want to watch a full run of the Scarlet Grandmaster, check the link in the pinned comment. But for right now, why don't we get down to the important stuff. Loadouts. Let's cover weapons first. This might sound a little weird, but for max efficiency, 2 Guardians on our team ran double special, as in no primary weapons at all. Yeah, there may be a few times when you run kinda low on ammo, but we'll talk later about how to get around that. Your most important weapons though, probably your power weapons. We had 1 Guardian rocking Gallarhorn and the other 2 rocking the Hothead. Remember, Scarlet Keep Grandmaster has an acute arc burn and Hothead is arc. With Gallarhorn nearby, Hothead is given Wolfpack rounds, and for the most part, you'll be nuking champions and other tough enemies hard with rocket launchers the whole way through. If you don't have a Hothead, just try and find any other rocket launcher you can pair together with Gallarhorn. Sub-Zero Salvo, Heretic, Sleepless, Shining Sphere, or Huscow would all work fine as a backup option. If you manage your ammo properly, which we'll get to, there will also be some times where you can just clear big groups of Hive in half a second because you've got plenty of power ammo laying around nearby. For the 2 Guardians running double special, we ran Arbalist for kinetic and the Forbearance grenade launcher for energy. Even though most of the time you'll be nuking champions with rocket launchers, every now and then you'll have to gently whittle them down to be manually finished to refresh your ammo. RB really helps out with that. The Forbearance grenade launcher mops up trash enemies beautifully with that acute arc burn. If you don't have a Forbearance, you could potentially use Salvager's Salvo as a backup, or maybe the Dead Messenger, but that would mean you couldn't rock RB, and someone definitely should have RB. For the 3rd Guardian not rocking double special, the next most important thing you're going to need to bring is some kind of blinding grenade launcher. Our hunter ran a Pardon Our Dust with blinding and auto-loading. That thing is so goddamned handy in endgame level PvE content. It doesn't need to have auto-loading. It'll help a lot, yeah, but any blinding grenade launcher, borderline mandatory if you want to move through the GM very quickly. Final weapon on your G-Horn guy should be either a hand cannon or a pulse rifle, just because you need something to hit unstoppable champions with. If your blinding grenade launcher is kinetic, like ours was, then make sure that the hand cannon or pulse rifle you bring is arc for the acute burn. Yeah, there's a few solar shields out there, but that is what RB is for. Loadout and armor-wise, the most important piece of armor, bar none for the team, someone needs to be running the Aeon Gauntlets. You could even have maybe 2 people running them if you want to, but at least 1 person, it's literally mandatory. Our hunter, Aotera, ran them, but whoever does, they gotta be Johnny on the spot with managing everyone's ammo. Ask your teammates how they're doing on ammo, and if you see a weak champion, call out that you're going to go finish it, or call out in advance, hey, we're going to finish this next champion. It's literally their #1 priority to be finishing champs when needed, to be giving people on the team power ammo. On that note, everyone on the team should be running Lucent Finisher, including the Aeon Gauntlet wearer. If you have both Lucent Finisher and the Aeon Gauntlets, then whenever you finish a champion, you're going to generate double power bricks each much time, which is how we had rocket launcher ammo so frequently. Our Aeon Hunter also had special finisher on, pretty much being 100% in charge of all ammo generation all the time. Other armor mods that are important: ammo finder on your helmet, of course, and double thermo shock on your chest armor to help you live a little bit longer from that enemy arc burn. Ammo scavenger mods on your leg armor, you know the routine. If you can, you should try to bring some combination of the following charged with light armor mods: Argent Ordnance, or if you don't have that, high energy fire, and then blast radius or taking charge, and shield break charge. In a perfect world, you'd have blast radius and Argent Ordnance together. The point is that with all the rockets and grenades you're going to be firing off, you should be charged with light fairly frequently. Argent Ordnance or high energy fire is going to help you beef up your damage output noticeably to help you burn through big enemies quicker. You can put on protective light if you're worried about dying, but once you get into a rhythm with your team, you'll probably want to focus more on damage output than staying alive to really enter optimal farm mode. Class-wise, we went with one Camo Hunter, one Radiant Well Warlock, and one Thunder Crash Titan. Our Camo Hunter had Aeon Gauntlets, the Warlock had Phoenix Protocol for the boss fight, and the Titan had the Falling Star for burst damage. Okay, let's do a quick per encounter walkthrough. Before we do that though, I want you to take this TLDR and burn it into your brain. Only fight when you need to. Need to, meaning there's a champion you gotta kill to get platinum, or you need to do some kind of objective before moving forward. You can save a lot of time by either going camo and going right by trash enemies that you don't need to fight, or by tagging them with your blinding grenade launcher and going right by. Alright, the GM begins, and for the very first room, just camo up together and run right by everything. Literally a waste of time and ammo by dealing with those first hive. In the next area, you can either arc grenade launcher or blind the hive, then enter the large room on your right, and then make your way down to the bottom floor on your left. There's a lot of acolytes in that room, but your only real goal is to get near the exit door and kill the barrier champion there. If you're all together, you can nuke him with rocket launchers. Moving on to the next area, we usually kill 1 or 2 acolytes, then go group camo again and run down the ramp down to the bridge area. You may want to kill the wizard though, not because you need to, but because the wizard can hit you pretty hard when your camo runs out. Also, while I believe the acolytes despawn, the wizard does not. When you're outside the bridge area, here's what we do. All 3 of us immediately go left, nuke the first barrier champion who pops up there with rocket launchers, then turn right and nuke the other barrier champion. With those 2 champions dead, we then split up into 2 groups to save time. Our Titan and Warlock went left together and the Hunter went right alone. Sounds kind of unfair, but remember that A, our Hunter can camo if they need to stay alive, and B, our Hunter has Gallarhorn and they can put out good damage alone. At the end of each path, there's going to be a solar wizard, so either double RB it if you're in the team of 2 or solo G-Hornet if you're the lone player on the right. Get your purple orbs and make your way back to the bridge, but there should be 2 more barrier champions now. Our Hunter didn't have anything for barrier champions, so he just went camo and dunked the orb and waited for the Warlock and Titan to make their way back. Meanwhile, Titan and Warlock kill your barrier champion, dunk your orb, and then head over and help the Hunter kill their barrier champion. Now the bridge comes down. Group together and just spam rocket and grenade launchers until all the hive are dead, replenishing ammo on the unstoppable champion with a finisher if you need to. On the second half of the bridge, be careful. You only need to kill the barrier champion, but the hive shrieker can kind of be a bitch too. We usually killed it because why not? When they're both dead, camo up and head out of there. There's also 1 more solar wizard before you totally leave. Either camo by it, blind it with a grenade launcher, or just kill it. Okay, next room. Immediately head left and then drop down. Your goal is to immediately find the barrier champion lurking there and murder it quickly. There might be a few acolytes guarding him. Kill them with nade launchers or just blind them. Now make your way to the triple plate room. Capture the first plate together and watch out for the solar wizard in the middle of the room. When plate 1 is captured, a barrier champion will spawn in the back middle of the room. Try to group kill it quickly if you can. The Hunter should move left to capture the far left plate alone, again using camo to stay alive. The Titan and the Warlock can move right to try to take that plate. I used my Radiant Well here because honestly the triple plate room can be annoying and there will be 2 more barrier champions popping in before that room is over. Work together, and Hunter, when your plate is done, move over and help the Titan and Warlock mop up their champions. Next area, you'll be heading up a rock slope. We like to take the left path and then kill the barrier champion, leading off with the Titan Thunder Crash. Continue pushing the keep, and don't be afraid to fire out a rocket or 2, even though you'll only be hitting acolytes and thrall. There will be a barrier champ up ahead leading into the keep. Finish manually if you need ammo or kill. Beware of the Shrieker on the ramp up to the keep, and again, more barrier champions. 1 on the ramp leading up to the keep, and then another right before getting on the elevator. When you're on the elevator, here is a mandatory cheese that everybody on the team should know about. You can use an an emote to make yourself completely invisible to the hive on the elevator ride, but it can only be done with one emote in the game as far as I know. That would be the Royal Alignment Exotic emote. I haven't tried it with others, so do so at your own risk. Back up right as I'm doing now, hit the emote, and you should sit down back into the little red wall on the elevator. With your body partially in the wall, the hive won't react to you at all on your ride on the way up. If you don't have that emote, try to work together and stay alive. Blinding grenade launchers when need be, and group camo 2 whenever you can. Second floor of the keep, you've got 2 doors. We went Titan left and Hunter Warlock go right to save time, but you could always stay together to play it safe. Deal with barrier champs and the wizard 2, spamming rocket launchers aplenty. Back on the elevator, more emoting to cheese the hive. Third floor of the keep, unstoppable champion in the middle door, group rocket launcher immediately. Move together and kill the wizards to move forward with the elevator encounter. Top floor of the keep, there will be 2 wizards before the boss encounter. Perfect opportunity to refresh your ammo if you need to. Blind them both with your blinding launchers, whittle them down, and have whoever brought special finisher finish them off to get more green ammo for everyone again if you need to. Group rocket the boss, and when she hits the damage gate, Warlock, drop your radiant well and get ready to fight off the hive. Use everything, your blinding and arc grenade launchers, using rockets if you feel a tad overwhelmed. Kill all the trash, and then when you can, rocket the boss down again. When she hits the next damage gate, more adds are going to come in. Drop another well if you got it back quickly from your Phoenix protocol. Remember that unstoppable champions are going to pop in around right now. Stun and rocket them down immediately. When the champions are dead, if you can, group up and immediately rocket down the boss one final time. During our final run, we kind of tripped up by not grouping together and doing this. We could have shaved off even more time on our run, which is fine because no GM run is going to be perfect. Anyway, with those strategies, I'm hoping that you and your ragtag team of homies can burn through Scarlet Keep quicker than you normally do to nab that sweet God Roll Palindrome. Shout out again to Mudkip, Aoterra, and Sataka. Check the video in the pinned comment if you want to see a full run, and like today's YouTube video. It's free to do and it helps me out a ton. Thank you very much for watching, happy farming, and I'll see you next time.